Fuck that one up. Woo. Oh, bitch. Is that tight turn? Right? Yeah, that's kind of the trade-off with those. Like, they're gonna be shitty in the snow and in the rain just because they're a harder compound. Just so they last longer. That's why it's called the max life. Yeah, mud and light snow. Yeah, if you're in it over an inch, yeah, you're done. I think the one thing I need to get used to is just I need to stop fucking flooring it all the time. It's so hard to get out of it. Yeah, I shouldn't practice on rolling on, rolling off the fucking throttle. Yeah. You just fucking understeer into every fucking corner. Oh, there we go. That was much better. I think they're saying October, the earliest, February, the latest. It just depends on the city. Yeah. But I think they already struck ground, right? It's already... Oh, yeah, then... Yeah, so then it should be... Yeah, it's looking like August then. It just depends as long as the inspections go good and the city fucking does all the permits in time, then we should be good. I've done it like a few times, but I picked up the bike as a what is that shit called? Stolen recovery. and I picked it up off some dude on Marketplace. He wanted 1,300 for it. I got it dirt cheap, bro. So I was like, I picked it up the next day because I saw it on Marketplace like at 1 in the morning, and I messaged the dude. I was like, this is too good to be true. And he's like, no, I still got it. He's like, you're actually the first person to hit me up. He's like, since you're the first person to hit me up, I'll hold it for you if you want to come look at it. But it was in Sacramento. So I was like, fuck. I was like, dude, hold it for me. I'll go right after work, bro. And then he's like, all right, for sure. He's like, you know, like around what time you'll get here? I was like, honestly, if I leave after work, I'll probably make it there by like 9 or 10. And he's all like, all right, bro. He's like, I'll wait for you. It's cool. He's like, I'll be a man on my word. I'll hold it for you. If anybody else comes to look at it, I'm telling them they can look at it, but I already have it reserved for somebody. So I was like, bro, appreciate that. So I showed up, and then he wanted 1,500 for at first on the ad, and even then it was still a fucking deal. And then I showed up, and I was like, hey, bro, like since I'm coming like from a long way, like are you down to do fucking 1,300? And he's all, honestly, he's like, I'm not against it, but I mean, obviously I want the 15, so I'll tell you what, we'll flip for it. I was like, bet. So we fucking flipped the coin, and I won. And he's like, all right, man, I'm a man of my word. So yeah, he took 13 for it, and it's cool. It was I guess he's like a friend of the family that does like tow yards. They have tow yard, and so they pretty much just front him the bikes. And then he just fixes them, and then I guess he sells them. So he already had all the paperwork done for it because it was still in recovery, so it needed a new title and all kinds of shit. So he already had all the paperwork done for me. All I had to do was just show up at the DMV with the files. It's got 30 on it, but it's a fucking 20-year-old bike, so I mean, what do you expect, you know? But everything else is, I don't know if it's been rebuilt, but the motor feels solid. Like, I haven't had any issues with it thus far. The only issues I had was fuel issues. It just fucking like consumes hella fuel, and what's it called? Like if I let it if I drive it for a little while, and I go to turn it off and turn it back on, it like doesn't want to hold idle. And then I was looking it up, and I guess apparently if it's been sitting for a while, that it's the fuel pressure regulator. And then so sure enough, dude, I fucking put it on last night, and I went to go take it for a ride today, and that's what it was. It doesn't fucking sputter idle. It actually holds idle fucking perfectly now. It feels really good. So, and it was only like a $20 part, so I was like, cool. And the beauty of it is that like it's a fucking 20-year-old bike, so everything's cheap for it now. Yeah, so I'm only like maybe like $500-600 into the bike. That's including the tires. I bought new tires for it. 300. Yeah, it wasn't bad. There were some Dunlop Sport Maxes. Because I'm going to be commuting the bike, so I didn't want to put a super soft tire on it. Because I wanted Pirelli Rossos at first, but it would have been like around $400. But I wouldn't get any life out of them. They'll fucking last me like maybe 2,000 miles. So I was like, nah, I'll just get some a little bit harder compound. So I was asking the dude at Cycle Gear, I was like, what do you guys recommend, you know? Because I don't really know shit about motorcycle tires, and he's like, honestly, he's like, we use these and we daily our shit, and these actually get pretty decent mileage out of them, and they grip pretty well. And then I saw a couple of reviews on them, and actually a lot of people use them to track. Yeah, a lot of people. One of the dudes on the reviews I was saying, he's like, honestly, you don't need a track tire to race. Like most people don't even know how to use them. Like this. He's like, a lot of people don't use them to their advantage, and they just burn through them or whatever. And he's like, these are perfect for fucking everyday use and for the track. And that's what he puts on all his bikes to track. Yeah, some Dunlop, they're the GPX 300 or something like that. I think is what they're called. It's got some pretty good sipes in it, so I mean, if it does rain, I'll be cool. And it's not a super soft. It's just decent. So, and the price was decent too. They're $300. So I was like, cool. Yeah, so that's including that. The rest of the parts I found on fucking eBay and Marketplace. Like I just scored that tank for $100. The rear fairing or the rear plastic for the rear was probably the most expensive part at $80. Yeah, because the one I had on before, yeah, the back tail part and the undertail, That part was the most expensive at 80 bucks. Everything else was like cheap. The seats, so Yvonne gave me a $150 gift card for Christmas, and that bought majority of the stuff that I needed on fucking on online, on eBay, Amazon. The seats for both front and rear, it came out to like 60 bucks online, because the seat that was on it was collapsed. Yeah, well, like I don't know if the guy like MacGyvered it to work because it was missing the latch that like hooks it into the front, so the seat would move. And so like I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't bolt it down. Yeah, it was fucking retarded, but the grips were all fucking gummy because they've been on there for fucking years. So I bought new grips. The grips were like 30 bucks. I had to buy a new ignition switch because it was stolen recovery, so like whoever had it before just fucking, yeah, they fucking, it was a screwdriver. You can literally use anything to start it. And then the same thing with the gas tank too. They did that shit out of there. But I was looking at the history of it. I think whoever fucking stole it was riding a Stolo for a long time. Yeah. There was a fucking 3 or 4 year backup on it. And so, yeah, the guy was fucking, yeah, and it had like some ghetto ass fucking light kit on it, like an eBay like, or like AutoZone light kit on it, like underglow and shit. I took all that shit out. It was a big old fucking noodle mess of wires on that bitch. Yeah, so I pulled all that shit out and cleaned it all up. And luckily it had like a power commander on it, so it's got some pep to it. I just gotta get new. Not that one, but I want to get one. I was looking at cause I'm probably what I'm gonna flip this one and just get something a little bit better. Yeah. But I was looking at a couple of them. I do want a naked bike though, for sure. I was looking at the MT-09, the Yamaha. Yeah. Yeah, the YZ-09. Yeah. It's the YZF, right? Is it the YZF? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one. I just like the dual, the sound of the dual. It just sounds so fucking mean. But even like they got the new ones. What is it? The R7 is a dual, right? It sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted one of those. Just because I like I just want the naked bike because it's not like so aggressive on the seating position. It's a little bit more upright, yeah, a little bit more dailyable. I mean, it sucks it doesn't have like front fairing or a fucking windshield, but even then, like, it's still pretty decent, like, on the ride position. Because, dude, this thing's fucking killing my wrists and my back. I'm getting fucking old, dog. But yeah, the one thing I did notice though, like I was tripping out on it, was when I was rebuilding it. I went to go rebuild the shocks because the shocks were leaking like crazy on this motherfucker. And so I went to go order the fork seals for it and realized that they were the seals that I got were hella smaller, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, these forks don't look right because they're inverted. And come to find out they're 1000 RR forks. Yeah, so it's been upgraded. So I was like, wait a minute. So I dove deeper into the fucking bike and realized that whoever had the bike before, like, they fixed it up. Because it had a power commander on it, and it had those forks. When I realized it, like, wait a minute, these are not the same forks. They're upgraded because the stock ones are 43 millimeter, and then these are 50 millimeter. That was the difference. So they were way thicker. And so I was like, okay, so that's the first thing I noticed. And then the rotors was another thing I noticed. The rotors are bigger because they're off of 1000. Same wheel size. Dual disc up front, yeah. And I noticed that the reservoir was different. It wasn't the F4i reservoir. And then I realized that it's the 1000 reservoir. Yeah, so the whole front end got a 1000 front end. And then the rear swing arm was different too, because on that bike it's a flat swing arm, stock. And then this one has like it's got like the little brace that goes over the top, So it's off an an '05 RR, 600 RR, the rear swing arm. Yeah. And then I was looking up at the forums, on the F4I forums, these are all pretty common swaps for this bike. So everyone does this to that bike as like upgrades. And I was like, oh shit. So whoever had the bike originally knew what the fuck they were doing, and then this fucking guy stole it and MacGyvered a bunch of shit on because, bro, like, he didn't know how to tighten the chain. So the loose chain was slopping everywhere, but he was using like nuts in between where the adjuster goes to try to like prevent the chain from going like back. So I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. So I took those little nuts off that he had and I properly adjusted it. It was missing an adjustment screw, a bolt. So I fucking found it and then replaced it, and then it was chilling. So I adjusted the chain, the slop's completely out of the chain now, but I'm still gonna get another chain because this chain's a little too short. And because I noticed that the rear brake doesn't fully engage because it's not centered where it's supposed to be, because the chain is off the F4i and not for the 600. So that's what it says to do. It says to run the F4i sprockets, but run a 600RR chain, which is a 14-link chain, versus the 12-link chain that's on the F4i. Yeah, because I guess apparently the guy who had it before, or whoever had it, didn't complete the swap the way it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to run the 600RR rear brake as well, the caliper, because the bracket's different. So this guy modified the bracket off the F4i to make it work. And it worked, but it wasn't the way it's supposed to be done. So I went ahead and ordered the 600RR caliper bracket and then mounted it the way it's supposed to be. I just need the chain to make up for that extra link difference, and it should be good. But for now, before I sell it, I just want to make sure that everything's like dialed in before I sell it. I don't want to sell it like that. I want to make sure it's like, you know, completely safe and there's no issues with it. But so far, I mean, it's been pretty solid. I want to replace the clutch on it too. The clutch pack's like $150. That's probably one of the most expensive parts, but at that point it'd be refreshed. It's a cable clutch. Yeah, it's a hydro or what? Oh. Oh shit. That sucks. Yeah, I like the cable because then, I mean, you can really feel it out. You can feel the engagement point and stuff, so it's pretty easy. I mean, it's a really easy bike to ride. I can really toss it around. I like it. Because I had the 929 before, and that thing was a little harder to toss around than this one is. This one is like super nimble. You know what? I haven't actually looked. It's not very heavy though. I'll tell you that. It's really easy to toss. But every time I've been riding, I've just been getting more comfortable with it every time. So a little bit. It was at first just kind of getting that confidence, especially like on a used bike. If it was a new bike, then it'd be a different story. But I'm still trying to feel out the bike itself and kind of find its like, you know, its ways, I guess, or its. Trying to figure it out, but yeah, so far everything's been good. After I need to get it. It's weird, dude. The DMV doesn't make it fucking easy either to sign up for it. It used to be you just fucking show up, but now they're telling me that I have to do it online. But when I go online, it says Seaside's the only place available to do it, and it doesn't let me schedule it. It's being weird, so I need to go to the DMV and be like, dude, like what the fuck? And they only do it by appointment only. So I want to at least show up to see if I can at least do my written test like in person, so I can get my permit and then kind of go from there. Yeah, I saw that. I looked it up. It's $500. Yeah, Yeah, once you're done, you're done. But it's like I think 2 weekends or some shit. Dude, it was 250. It was half the price. Yeah. Now it's fucking 500. I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, bro. I was like, I'm better off just fucking trying to just get my license and just taking a test there, because that's expensive. But yeah, everything else, just getting everything else has been cool. Like I got a helmet. Oh, I got two helmets now because I got the other helmet from when I had my what's it called, my GoPad. So I already had one, and then I think I fucked up though because I didn't do a lot of research, and I bought a fucking rear rock helmet because they look fucking cool, and then I fucking ended up doing more reviews on it and realizing that it's not a good helmet. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Just get a fucking Shoei because you can't go wrong with those. Oh, in the back? Yeah, I've seen that. Ah. For sure. I'm all fucking 30 seconds behind. Fuck. There it goes. Man. Alright, bro. Yeah, dude. We gotta do this again. Next time I gotta down my shit a little more. Alright, bro. Good night.